Hello everyone, this is Zoltar, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So, last time we talked about the Houndmaster, we took a look at some Jester changes and the General Corpse addition to the game, but I don't want to do too much more with that group for now, because honestly I kind of want to save that group for the Cove, and just see what the Cove is like with that particular group of heroes. I'm really interested in that. So I'm going to set them aside at level 1, so hopefully they can go through the Cove on their own, and see how everything goes. So what we're going to do instead is maybe we'll just poke around at some higher level stuff, try and round out some trinkets for if we want to do dark runs and things of that nature. So what I thought we would do is just hop in to this short little skirmish in the ruins and see if we can pick up this moon ring, and we're going to use one of our more experienced groups to do that. Revere, Vine Dragon, Russell, and Froissart. We should remember these from when we were trying to get Vine Dragon and Russell in particular leveled up to level 6. So, short run, but we'll still bring plenty of stuff. We have a lot of money. Now, we are starting to leak money, so we can't just literally throw money at everything, right? Because there were recent changes to the sanitarium. We got to think about that. But we will still grab quite a few supplies, I think, to make sure we are all set for this run. And then, say, 8 torches. Maybe a lot of supplies for a short run, but let's just do it anyway.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
Man, I have not done a short run in so long. I just almost never saw any reason for it, because I was always trying to get experience as fast as possible. Also worth noting, we do need busts, so that's also a good reason to be in the ruins.
The cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
I hope 2 shovels was enough. I just do so few short runs, I don't know. Alright, Tempting Goblet. We're very familiar with that skill. It's going to be a lot harder to deal with this time, because we can't just sit back and wait for the Bone Royalty to catch up to us. So what I might start with, honestly... Well, I want to go for a stun here. The question is... I guess what I do is I go for a stun on the Bone Sergeant. He's fairly likely to be stunned. I don't know if we'll be able to kill him this round, but it could help out with things. And then maybe what we do is we grab this guy, shut down his goblets, push the Lancer to the back. Ooh, a crit for 26 off the Lancer already. That is not what we're looking for at all. And now, I think I may start cutting away at this Bone Sergeant in particular. And hopefully get some healing out here, because sheesh. 4? Really? 4? We get crit for 26, we heal for 4. Could you guys not, please, not do all that? Oh, and he actually moves forward with that. See, I don't know all of the tricks behind all these skills yet, because we almost never have to see the monster's movement skills come into play. Knife in the dark on the tank, that's fine. That's good to see. Let's go for another heal. Trying to just keep our bounty hunter alive, because man, that was nuts. Also, I forgot to bring in trinkets. I forgot to redo all that. Ugh, we might just rush out of here fairly quickly then. I'm honestly not sure. I'd love to get this Bone Sergeant dead before he actually cuts somebody. Spear thrust all the way in the back. That is a lot of damage coming out of you, Mr. Bone Lancer. Alright. Good dodge, that's fine. And let's go ahead and finish. See if we can finish up this royalty. There he goes down. Okay. Let's go for some damage instead of some healing. There we go, a nice crit as well for some stress relief. I really should have brought Tough Rings. I love Tough Rings. They are my absolute favorite equipment ever. This shuffle could also be useful these days, actually. On the flashbang. Just move that Bone Lancer around and try to stun him at the same time. It brings so much more skills to the forefront, this idea of corpses being here. I'm really happy about that, honestly. I do find it interesting, because apparently, I haven't had this happen to me yet, but apparently your own bodies don't leave corpses. I'm not sure how I feel about that. That feels kind of wrong to me, that basic idea. I feel like the hero bodies, the adventurer bodies, should definitely leave corpses. That only makes sense. That way you can afford to bring an Arbalist, and if one of your guys goes down, it's still okay to try and keep them in position. Small things like that can make a big, big difference. So that seems a little weird, but at least it's a good step in the right direction, I would think. Okay. Why don't we go ahead and just go for a mark. But the battle just involves a bit more thought now than, see, if it had been before, I would have just killed off the Bone Sergeant, probably, immediately, rather than worrying about trying to move people around or think about how they move themselves around, all kinds of things like that. I do wish I could, like, scroll over this guy and then come down here and not have it switch to the map. Like, it says Clumsy Axe Blade, but I kind of wish it would remind me of what Clumsy Axe Blade is. If I scrolled down here and was like, I want to see what that does, I can't. I just can't see it. It's not available. Alright. Cut you. Seriously, 8 damage? How much prot do you have? 67%. That is a large amount of prot. Because that was a marked target, and it still did nothing. Alright. Let's go for another stun then, because it's not like you're ever going to deal damage to him. And he's debuffed with reduced dodge. Alright, well, at least our Crusader generally tears through skeletons pretty effectively. But man, that is a good reason to avoid the shield wall more than anything else. And you did see that corpse finally faded. Crit for 7. Actually crit for 7. That is nuts. Okay, 10. That was more reasonable. He's still alive, but okay, good. It also feels like it makes AoE attacks more viable than they have been at these late levels. And I like that idea. I'll remember trinkets next time, and then our bounty hunter will run around at like 55 health instead of 45. And that'll be nice. I might run away from this one if I have to, though. I don't really want to lose anybody here if I can avoid it. And that crit terrified me. I know not to do that. I know not to check things unless I need to. It's just a problem I have. Okay, that's not good. Trap hitting us for 15. We have not been fortunate on scouting yet. We haven't had any successful scouting done. Alright. Oh, seriously? We're gonna start with a crit on a stress? Ugh. Okay, at least it's not another crit, but that is still a lot of damage all of a sudden. Very quickly. Let's try and get through this Bone Sergeant, I think. Yeah, let's just start chopping away at him. Get him dead. Because I'm scared of all this damage. Obviously that's a self-heal, so calling that good. Oh, I'm almost tempted just to cut him, but I know it probably won't be enough. Maybe I go for a heal on our healer instead. Let's try it. I also need to look at some of the Crusader skills, because those have changed a bit. Like, part of the point of this was to try out an old group and see how it does in the new world. Can we stop getting crit that much, please? That's a lot of crits for one round. At least we resisted. So let's go for a cut here. Excellent. Got him dead. Still a corpse, but we got him dead, so no more damage out of him. That is a lot of damage coming out of those Tempting Goblets. And another crit. Are we being serious right now? I'm really done with the crits at this point. That's 3 crits in 2 rounds so far. I barely am okay with the way crit works in this game. I don't need it happening quite that often. Let's see. What could I have put on? I could have done Bulwark of Faith for the self-marking, which could be helpful, plus Battle Heal, instead of having Holy Lance available. I'm not really sure. We don't have so much movement here, so maybe I don't need Holy Lance available. Well, in any case. You can't actually do much. I guess you could go for a stun. Stun resisted. That's not good. Toss out a flashbang then. Yeah, that did not go as I was hoping it would. I was hoping they would come into the front 2. Instead, they rotated just back 1. I guess I could have just gone for a grab, but flashbanging feels so much better because you have a chance of stunning. There we go. Stunned and pulled to the front. That's more what I'm looking for. Okay. Let's go for a heal. That was a crit heal for 10? Really? I don't know why the healing crit, I don't know why that doesn't automatically max heal. In the same way that damage crit does. But whatever. Okay. That's fine. That's whatever. Excellent. That Verse Unholy, plus 35% damage versus Unholy, is pretty huge in the Ruins. Not gonna lie. Very much a big deal. Let's just keep healing away until we have something else to do. Like, I could use a Vulnerability Hex, but I don't know what kind of help that would actually be right now until we've got this Bone Royalty dead. Can't stun him. I could deal some damage to him, but I could also just toss out an AoE heal. I'm waiting till I can pull him forward. Unfortunately, my turn order has not been particularly kind in regards to that. But at least I can do it now. Unfortunately, the Clumsy Axe Blade will probably pull this guy forward. There it is. So, okay, the Clumsy Axe Blade seems to pull him forward, and maybe it has an increased chance of missing because it's clumsy versus the Axe Blade. I've never had to pay attention to these things before. It's weird. I like it. Why don't you heal yourself? Do another pull forward. That way the Crusader can try and get the finishing blow, because the Crusader just does all kinds of damage to these things with his smite skill. There it is. Oh, come on. That dodge. Seriously? Not necessary. Knife in the dark. Not Tempting Goblet, so it's fine. It's whatever. Let's see, let's see. I'm actually going to go for one of these. Hoping that the Crusader just finishes off the Bone Royalty for us. And we can go for a mark here for the Bounty Hunter's next turn. We can go for Judgment, I guess. Alright, yeah, go figure. Stop it! Ah, that's 3 dodges in a row. The RNG has not been kind to us. Battles are also taking so much longer. I guess part of that is because I'm trying to heal a lot, right? But still. Focus on the guy I marked for you. I don't want to waste attacks on an unmarked person when I have a marked person available. It's my basic thought process there. I just want the Crusader to get 1 hit. That's 3 misses in a row. I don't even want to for the Crusader alone. I don't want to know how unlikely that is, because it'll just make me more mad. At least he's missing too, but that's to be expected. He's in the wrong place, right? Like, he's not where you expect him to be. He's just not doing the right thing. All my people are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and they can't hit for anything right now. That should have been a heal. Whatever. 4 in a row. Let's just keep counting. Let's keep going as high as we need to on this one. Oh good, stunned. That's fantastic. 4 misses in a row. I hate accuracy mechanics like this. Like, glancing blows are more acceptable to me in my head. I'm more okay with the idea of glancing blows. But straight up misses, you just roll poorly a few times in a row, and your whole party can end up in this situation where we get crit once and then everybody is mega stressed out. Far less okay with that. Finally. Man, that was not a lot of stress relief off that crit. That's frustrating. Because being crit still gives you a lot of stress. It feels like you should get a little more stress relief off successfully critting. Yeah, 1 HP. That classic amount. Okay, I have better speed than he does, generally, I think. Yeah, 7, 3... So we're going to go for a heal here instead of finishing him off. 3 damage. 3 damage. Oh man, that's nuts.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Anti-venom. That's not really would have been helpful yet, but whatever. Oh, and we finally get a scout. Another fight very, very soon. And we know there's at least 1 more room battle. Okay. Thank you for the torch, I guess. This is why I don't like short runs, by the way, because I would actually love to camp right now. Get some stress relief going. Things like that. Can't do it, though. Okay. Let's just try and stun the sharpshooter, actually. He has really good speed. I would have loved to get a stun on him. Try and avoid this quarrel. There's 13 damage, though. Now let's just pull him forward so that never happens again. Oh, please. He does have 70% move resist. I'll give him that, but still. Good. Good one shot on the Bone Militia. I do find it amusing that the Bone Militia corpse has the exact same HP as the Bone Militia himself did. Let's see. Can't really pull anything. What I should do, maybe, is figure out how to get Demon's Pull in here, because that auto-clears corpses, and that could be really great. If I can maybe get rid of Abyssal Artillery and instead take Demon's Pull for next fight, that could be a really, really good idea. I didn't even think about actually making that switch. Let's see. Collect Bounty can only hit the first 2 at this point, so I'd really like to get this Sharpshooter killed. Maybe I could just move the Sharpshooter. So we'll just go for a mark here. Try and get the move on the Sharpshooter long term, but focus the damage on the shield wall. Because that's where the Crusader has to put his damage for the moment, anyway. Alright then. Unfortunately, we're not going to get to move him this turn either, which really sucks. So we're going to want to go for a stun on him, I suppose. Although a heal is also important. Got to keep those heals going if you want to use them at all. Axe Blade, of course. Got you back. Another option, instead of trying to go for the pull, I guess would have been to just blow some AoE and try and tear down the corpse as well. And obviously, instead of the pull, I should be going for the flashbang. Because if he gets moved at all, he's moved in range to a point that it's relevant. That should have been a judgment, but it worked out well with the crit. And let's just keep cutting away at this shield wall. Because the archer in the forward position I'm not so concerned about. Man, that mark faded already? Seriously? Sad. Take your dodge down. More bayonet jabbing, not a big deal. This is interesting. Having to change all of your approaches to these fights just because of this one simple change. The prot existing as well also makes a big difference, though. I'll admit. Like, prot almost made me not want to try and get through the shield wall just because it was going to take so long. So that had to be factored in too. And the Arbalist I don't think has any prot whatsoever on him. Try and make sure we get the hits on him with that debuff. Let's go for a heal. I'm hoping my Crusader gets his turn before the shield wall. Oh. Well, at least that can still happen. And then let's just go for a basic smite.
This expedition at least promises success.
I'm going to get rid of Abyssal Artillery, put in Demon's Pull, see if that helps out in a significant way. I can also look at what else I can do here. Like, Bulwark of Faith is mildly tempting instead of Holy Lance. I guess I can try it, because it's a nice self-mark. That could help out a bit. Inspiring Cry may be even an option if I'm having to deal with all this stress, but Stunning Blow seems like it's still helpful for the moment. I could even clear out Zealous Accusation if I really wanted to for Inspiring Cry. But I don't know if we'll ever actually use Inspiring Cry. We need Smite too often. Like, maybe we can blow the protection buff right at the start of a fight, but after that, it'll probably just be Smite City. Okay. Well, may as well take whatever comes from here. A little bit of money. There we go, that's fine. And we got another fight. Okay, 2 Bone Militia. This should be a bit easier than some of our past fights. This might even be a place where I could have had Inspiring Cry equipped and been okay. I'm just going to go for a heal. Like, it's Bone Militia. If they crit, yeah, maybe they can get something done, but other than that, they shouldn't be a problem. Almost dead already. 3 more hit points left on just this one. He does get to go bump in the night. Ah, that's a lot of damage on it, too. I'm almost tempted to Bulwark. I am tempted to Bulwark, just to get a chance to heal that back up. At least a little bit. It also raises our torch. Are you serious right now? Okay, I dodged it anyway. It's whatever. 2. Healed for 2. Get out of here.
These
And
nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
I actually want to keep the holy water just in case I can relieve some of this stress. That's the weird position I'm in right now. Pop another torch. Okay, a sharpshooter and a witch. Both of those we're going to want to deal with fairly quickly. But we can go for a stun on the witch right now.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Then we try to rearrange you, Mr. Sharpshooter. And that tells us that we probably just want to focus down the Sharpshooter very quickly from where he is. I can't pull him forward, unfortunately. But I can just cut him, even, if I really want to. I can also try and lower his dodge stat. We missed. I don't understand why you get dodge when you're stunned. I'll never understand that. But it does seem like you definitely get to dodge when you're stunned. And we're unlikely to get a kill, so we'll just go for the prop buff and self-mark. There we go. Let's just keep focusing down the sharpshooter. Don't want to do a pull, because this sharpshooter needs to die first. And now that we've got him dead, we can think about rearranging people. But I'm just going to go for another bulwark for the moment. Have that ridiculous prop buff. Oh yeah, axe bladed for 1. That's totally worth it. That's fine. Get over here. No, didn't actually get the move, despite only 50% resist and a crit. Interesting. I've always wondered if crits in this game, I'm loath to suggest that crits maybe should be more powerful, but I've always wondered if it would be good if crits auto-applied their additional effect. Ah, nothing, seriously? I want to get this witch dead to stop this stress from coming out. I'm just so terrified of stress right now. Dead weight, okay. Thank you. Man, protection really makes a huge difference. We could even re-protection here. Let's see, you're just human, not unholy. And I'm not trying to kill the shield wall yet, so maybe I do just re-bulwark here. Try and lower your dodge stat to make it so the bounty hunter can hopefully finish him off. Yeah, get out of here. Very nice. Very nice. Debuffs seem to be applying a lot more often than I'm used to. Like the vulnerability hex, it used to be that when I used that thing, I would just sit back and think, well, the debuff doesn't even matter because it's never going to hit. But that's not necessarily the case anymore. Obviously, he resisted it that time. But I've seen the debuff being applied so much more. That was a marked target that we crit. And he didn't even care. Didn't even a little bit care.
The light, the promise of safety.
Radiant light again, that's nice. Good. Fine with that. Let's see. Uppercut. I should actually consider taking uppercut on my people now. That's interesting. Okay, sorry. I'm thinking through, like, trying to remember what all these skills were, because I decided so long ago what skills were good and what skills weren't, because basically anything that didn't deal good damage was almost exclusively a bad skill, is what it felt like. And that is so not the case anymore. Goodbye. I'm wondering...
So too will resistance.
I'm just going to blow through these and take the cash. Oh, quest complete. Nice. Okay. That's good. Now, this is still annoying because I don't want to have to hit continue adventuring. Like, that could just pop up elsewhere and not... Like, even just up in this corner, I'd be okay with that. Oh, I should have hit a key. I'm not even paying attention because I'm so focused on this other stuff. I had a key for that. I'm just stupid. It's fine. But we'll keep poking around for a little bit. For a little bit. There are no more room battles. And we have plenty of food for hunger. So we'll just keep walking on through. Because room battles are the particularly deadly ones, obviously. Take that guy. Oh, we had plenty of torches. It was the ruins. Maybe I shouldn't have brought so many torches. I can do something to that. I think I can herb that. Now he has claustrophobia, and I'm going to need to fix that. Because I think that's extra stress while walking down hallways. Oh well.
More moans return to rest.
At least we got the moon ring. We got a bunch of busts back, which is good, because we actually need busts. And we got a lot of money, which is good, because we need a lot of money. And let's see what else happened. Necromania. Fear of... Wow, this was not good. Reduced damage if torch is low. Less damage on ranged. I have to fix all of these. You guys just got messed up by that run. Sheesh.
The poor caretaker. I fear his long-standing duties here have affected him.
On the other hand, check this out, where Percy and Bisquid, one of them locked in tough and one of them locked in hard-skinned. How crazy is that? Oh, that's so good. Okay, you guys need stress relief, you need sanitarium nonsense. I guess we can start with the sanitarium. Just to make sure these skills don't become locked in, things like that. Look at all these bad things he has going on. And then he's got unerring, right? It's like, ugh. How bad can you get unerring? I don't have anything on him I want to lock in right now. That's how upsetting that is. I don't even know if I want to treat him because there's nothing I want to lock in on him. I do want to get rid of Fear of Beasts. No question about that. Natural Swing seems pretty good. I kind of like it. I guess we can lock it in. It's better than a lot of these other things, at least. I could also just lock in his Warren stuff and be like, okay, you are for exploring the Warrens, but not sure how I feel about that. Maybe I don't lock in Natural Swing. That's a lot of cash. Over here, like, Armor Tinker is completely useless. Backtrackers, whatever. Irrepressible is kind of interesting, but not consistent. Steady seems really good. Plus 10% stress resist. I could maybe lock in one of those, like Steady. And then get rid of Night Blindness and do both of those for Russell. Scattering is really bad. I'd like to get rid of that. On Guard is fantastic, in my opinion. I absolutely love On Guard. It seems less relevant now that battles are ticking longer, but I still absolutely love the idea of On Guard, so I'll lock that in. And then I guess we'll just cure... what? Just cure Fear of Beasts. Revere has so many problems, though. Let's just get rid of Claustrophobia. And then nobody needs the medical ward. Nobody ended up with a disease, so that's good. Not too surprising in the ruins, but still important. And how many busts do we actually need? Okay, we have enough for one more.
The front line of this war is not in the dungeon, but rather inside the mind.
Okay, and so last one is only going to take 10 more busts. Not that bad. Okay, a decent run. A decent run. We'll try a few more, I think. I think it's also worth noting, I haven't seen any Houndmaster. I have not seen any Houndmaster trinkets yet, so they may not be. They may not be in the game yet. Just worth noting. Something to pay attention to. But of course we have these nice little pictures for the bandana and the Guardian Shield and things like that these days, so still okay. Okay, guys. I think that's going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I don't know what group we'll be using next time, because sheesh, they got messed up. They're going to need a couple weeks away to heal up from that run, but wow. And we're going to remember trinkets next time. But until then, thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time.